I am going to be showing you lot how to clean high gloss surfaces. So if you've got a high gloss kitchen or you've got high gloss units around your house, this is where you want to be. The magic is going to happen right here. High gloss units like what I've got here, and kind of high gloss furniture as well, which I'm going to be showing you in a second, they're high gloss because they've got a coating on them. Goes without saying. I mean, that said, I was a bit like, oh, do they? Because looking at them, they just look like some sort of glass. They're not. It's a coating. So you've got to be really careful when cleaning these. Now, if it was me and I had my way, we all know that I like a dose of bleach. I would bleach them all down. You can't do that with high gloss. So put the bleach back in your cupboard, save it for another day, use it for the toilet, use it for your sink. Don't put it on these because it's going to eventually over time just ruin the sheen on them and the I think it's called a lacquer. It's like a nail varnish coating. Think of your high gloss units as you've just gone into a nail salon and they've done like a fresh set of acrylics. I mean, you want to keep those looking fresh, so you're going to use a glove when you're washing up or when you're using bleach. It's the same with this, because you start kind of putting your nails into all sorts of gunk, then the acrylic's going to start coming off and they're going to look manky. It's the same with your units. So the best thing to use when it comes to these is, I don't like the idea of kind of not getting rid of the germs and bacteria, hence why I do use bleaching around my home. But what you can get is washing up liquid, but you need to get an antibacterial one. So for the high gloss units, to actually clean them, you want to use an antibacterial washing up liquid. So it will say on it, so this one says antibacterial washing up liquid with eucalyptus and watermint fragrance. It's blue, and we all know I like the blue flavour. So you're going to then just put this on a damp cloth, and you can then start rubbing it into your units, and you want to kind of use up and down strokes rather than circular. So we're not going to be doing, I'll just show you for the video, we're not going to be doing this round and round and round. We're going to be doing this up and down strokes. And once you've done that, just continue to wipe it off, and this way you're getting rid of any germs and bacteria as well, but you're not actually affecting the gloss itself. So that will get rid of any germs and bacteria because of the antibacterial property within the washing up liquid. And then the best thing to use to get a nice shine back on these is Pledge. So this is the one here. People do use all different sorts of things on these, like glass cleaner and stuff like that. It's totally down to you. It's your stuff, what you want to use and what you don't. It's not advised though. You should use either Pledge or something of that type. But as long as it's kind of like a dust polisher, use that. And you only want to be doing this maybe 2 to 3 times a year. You don't want it every day. Be kind of polishing up your high gloss units. They don't need it. You just need to be kind of wiping them down, and that's it. And you must make sure that you use a soft cloth. So this is actually from Wilko, and you get 2. They're actually for cars. So if you think, the reason I got these for my high gloss units is cars are obviously really delicate. You don't want to start buffing a car up with anything scratchy. So I just thought, this is probably the best option to go for in terms of it's super soft, it's really, really spongy, but you obviously can use a microfiber cloth as well. And you just want to spray a small amount onto one of your pads that you've got, and again, just go up and down and buff it until it comes up shiny. And that is literally all you need to do to keep your high gloss units looking squeaky clean and super glossy. Now guys, we're moving on to high gloss units. So this one that I've got is by a company called Alphason. As always, I will add the link in the description box for you. It does come in other colours. The reason I went for the high gloss white is because I quite like the kind of flowiness of the kitchen through to the lounge, but I will be going into that on a later vlog, discussing with you the reasons why I've got this whole feng shui going on with the plants and the flowing and the matching, but I'll talk about that in a separate vlog. So I wanted to just share with you some of my tips for keeping these type of units clean. They're kind of like, think of them like, we can call them hips because they're Hayley's tips. Like, think of me as your very own Shakira. My hips don't lie. And these are going to be very useful for you if you've got high gloss furniture. My first tip is, when you buy a unit like this, especially high gloss ones, never put the appliance directly on it because the heat can actually damage the unit itself. So this is why this one was quite cool, because you can fit up to, I think it's a 50-inch TV on top of it, and it can hold it so it's not actually touching the unit itself. So that is my first tip. My second tip is, if you've got a high gloss unit, try and keep them away from your window. So whenever you're kind of putting it in the room, just be mindful of where you're putting it. Don't put it near your window sills or windows. This is quite a way away from the windows in our lounge. The reason for that is the dust will fall onto it. Windows notoriously get a lot of dust gathering, and they will fall onto your glossy unit, thus leaving it less glossy. My third tip when coming to high gloss units is a different method for cleaning compared to my kitchen units that I've just showed you guys. So this particular unit, don't do this unless you've got a glass panel on top. This one does have a glass panel on top, so it's safe to do this. So my method here is, I use my bleach solution that I make up myself. It's just a splash of bleach with cold water, and I just spray that onto the glass. Again, this panel at the top is glass. It is not gloss. If you've got gloss and the whole unit is gloss that you're working with, use the tip that I gave you in the kitchen. And then I literally just rub this in to the glass, which is killing any germs and bacteria because it is bleach. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is use this little scraper here. It's kind of like a squeegee, but a very finer one. You can get these from OXO. Again, I will add the link in the description box. And then I just literally pull the excess water off the glass. And then once you've done that, you can then go ahead and with the buffer that I showed you in the kitchen, you can go ahead and use your Pledge or whatever dusting solution that you want to go with, and you can do the rest of the unit with that. My fourth tip is, if you've got a unit like this that opens up, make sure that you do the inside on a regular basis as well, because a lot of dust will gather within your unit. So just go around it with your soft cloth and just make sure, whatever you do when it comes to high gloss, make sure you use a soft cloth. If you're getting a scour on it or sponges that have got that abrasive side, it is going to scratch it, and that will be that. It will be beyond repair. We'll have to like lift it up. I mean, I will happily come and help you, but we will have to then move it to the abyss in the tip, and like, you know, that's no fun for anyone when a perfectly decent unit then has to hang out with like a mouldy mattress and be like, hi mate, this is really awkward, but my owner used an abrasive cloth on me, so I ended up here and I feel like I've got a longer lifespan than this. And then the mattress is like, well, that's too bad. You're gonna have to hang out with the rest of us and gather dust and mould. It's just not necessary. So don't use a hard cloth. Always go for a soft cloth, and things like, just kind of treat the high gloss like you would if you were cleaning your car. So you know, your car is obviously quite delicate in terms of paintwork. You're not going to start like cleaning it with an abrasive cloth or a scourer because it's going to scratch the paintwork off. So think of, imagine your high gloss units as like you've just gone out and bought, I don't know, whatever your dream car is, whether it be a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, whatever. Just think of it like that and it'll be fine. Thanks so much for watching my vlog, guys. If you haven't done so already, subscribe because I have got loads more content winging its way to you, including a how to clean your washing machine vlog. So we're going to be doing the inside, the rim, the drawer, and how to keep it nice and clean and pearly white. And I'm also going to be doing some cooking vlogs with you guys. And we have loads more on its way on the Hayley's Help channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye. Today, I'm going to show you how to clean your washing machine. And like Aladdin or the genie, it's the genie on delivery. Oh my goodness, is that a black hole that we're about to fall into? And it isn't, it's their washing machine drawer that is just full of black mould. You're almost like boxing up and trapping the bad odours, and no one likes that, no one to be set free. Your machine's really mouldy and it stinks like dead foot. But if you do want an extra kick, you can have black carpet soda as well.